The FAA cleared Santa and his reindeer for takeoff. You can follow his journey as NORAD tracks him around the world. It starts Christmas Eve, and just like everything this year, it looks a little different than normal. I got a chance to talk with former KGW anchor Steph Strickland and found out it's not just jets that are needed to keep up with Santa.
And even then, it takes a village, Morgan. So in addition to NORAD using jets, they also use satellite, they use radar, they use Santa cams, all kinds of stuff. But let's go ahead and talk about the jets. So you have to check this out. For those who don't know, the 142nd Wing here in Portland is a NORAD base, meaning the F-15s they fly are ready to scramble at a moment's notice, 24/7, 365 days a year, kind of like firefighters. But on Christmas Eve, it's all about Santa for our base and NORAD bases across North America. 1,500 volunteers come together to pull this off, along with community sponsors like Microsoft and Amazon, who help cover the costs.
Steph, obviously the pressing question this year is how has COVID changed things?
So there are necessarily fewer call takers this year because of the social distancing requirements, but they do have a live recording for folks to keep you updated, as well as live Santa Tracker volunteers who are just working in remote locations or socially distant. Plus, you can also ask Alexa or use OnStar in your car, which, by the way, last year happened more than 7,000 times, probably from just one kid who was on a really long drive, driving their parents crazy. Regardless, there's also the website, as well as an app that works for both Google and iOS. Now, here's a cool story. NORAD started tracking Santa 65 years ago when a local Colorado department store misprinted a Santa hotline number, and a child called and got Colonel Harry Shoup, who was on duty that night. So he quickly figured out what was going on and assigned people to help man the phone and tell kids where Santa was, and thus a tradition was born. Last year, NORAD took 140,000 calls from all across the planet on Christmas Eve, and the NORADSanta.org website had 15 million visitors.
We should note 877-HI-NORAD is the number to call starting on Wednesday. And NORADSanta.org is the website where there are also games you can play, a Christmas music playlist, an online store, and a whole lot more. Steph, while it's fun to include the 142nd Wing in the NORAD Santa Tracker story, you're actually working on a special report for KGW. Tell us a little bit about that.
I'm very excited to bring this story to our viewers. So Oregon is going to be the first in the country to get a new jet. The jets, like the one I backseated in, are reaching the end of their service life. They are just inching toward it. They're tired and they require more and more maintenance to keep flying. The 142nd Wing employs 1,500 people. So a new jet coming to this base means longevity and jobs here. Not to mention having rapid responders in modern airplanes to scramble if something comes a little too close for comfort, which has happened. So after the holidays, I will show you the punishing way these pilots train to dogfight in the air. Trust me, Morgan, it hurts. It is the hardest thing I have ever done. But in the meantime, the focus is all about Santa, and to all of the people at the 142nd Wing who are working Christmas Eve as well as Christmas Day. And everyone, Merry Christmas. Back to you.